Are you constantly battling clutter? Does it feel like your home is shrinking? Well, the good news is we all do, and you don't need a bigger house. You just need smarter storage solutions. So in this episode, we're gonna cover genius storage hacks that actually work. We're gonna cover everything from your garage to your mudroom and the ever so often overlooked hallway closets. Let's dive in. First up is your garage. And in your garage, think vertical and think big. Forget about the small, flimsy, short storage units. They just don't work. So for this build, we went vertical. Storage units that are going to go from floor to ceiling for the items that you use on a daily basis. So think about windshield wiper fluid. Think about tools, things that you need for your car, or things that don't fit inside your house, like maybe your bulk purchases like toilet paper or paper towel. For seasonal items, think about going up higher. So we have a vaulted ceiling in this garage, but generally you have some space above your garage door, especially if you go with a side-mounted garage door opener. And a lot of those racks are hung from the ceiling and they can be lowered. Some of them are just rigid, so you'll have to use a ladder. But if you can have like a pulley system or maybe something that's motorized, there's a lot of different options. Go with that. And that's a great place to put bins with items that you're not going to use in the summertime. So think skis and snowboards. And then in the wintertime, you flip-flop that with the items like baseball bats or soccer balls or basketballs, things that your kids are going to use for that particular season. A quick tip is label all of your bins so you're not shuffling and trying to find things. These are great storage idea solutions to make this space more usable, clean, decluttered, and easy to access all of your items. The mudroom, in my opinion, is the room that takes the largest beating on a daily basis. And this is your launching pad for the rest of your day. So let's think about how to keep this room organized and declutter. So if you have the space for it, imagine an entire wall for cubbies and storage, maybe one for each member of your household. And those can be open face or you can put some doors on it. But more importantly, they should be a place to store things like shoes, maybe umbrellas, larger items, not necessarily coats and things like that, but things that you're going to need on a maybe not everyday basis, but that you're going to need once a week or once a month because they're going to be hidden off to the side. On the opposite side here, we're going to have a bench with some hooks above for the daily coats and hats, and a shelf for, let's say, a basket of things like gloves or maybe some extra chapsticks, flashlights, anything that you're just going to need to grab and go, but you still don't necessarily want to see it. So baskets on the shelf is a great idea. That bench, as you get older, you're going to want to sit down to tie your shoes. We're all going to get there sooner or later. Your kids are probably not going to use it as often as you are. A little bit farther in this mudroom, we have a closet, and this is a great place to keep larger items. So think a double door that you can open up. Think about having it be at least 16 to 24 inches deep. You can put some shoes in on the bottom that you just want to kick off and use on a daily basis. And taller for heavier items like a winter coat. Maybe you have a trench coat or something nicer that you're hanging. If you don't have any of those items based on where you live, let's say you live in a very warm climate and you're not going to have large bulky coats, maybe think of 2 sets of racks to hang your items, right? Because everything's going to be just a little bit shorter. Last up, the laundry room. And this is an amazing place to find extra space for storage. So think first about the space above your washer and dryer. We have 2 sets of washer and dryers in this laundry room. The first one is a stackable, and the stackable goes up about 6, maybe 7 feet, depending on the model you choose. And you always have room above for a cabinet. So think about extra storage for your laundry detergent, maybe some rags, softener sheets, things like that. On this wall here, we're going to have an entire wall of cabinets, but just on the bottom, not on top. So when you put cabinets on top, it makes the space feel just a little bit smaller. So we're going to keep the cabinets just on the bottom of this entire wall with a countertop. And that's a great place for folding clothes, ironing, putting some nice decorations on there. But realistically, the magic happens in those storage cabinets down below. Another great idea is on this other wall here, which we're going to have the washer and dryer as a side by side on the pedestal that we built. And once again, above that washer and dryer, we have about another 3 or 4 feet to put a very large cabinet, and once again for other items that you may want to store. So a laundry room is not anything specific. You don't have to just store laundry room items. You know, if you have dogs or animals, maybe this is where you're going to keep your dog food. Maybe you're going to keep your dog bed in here. Maybe this is another area to keep extra seasonal clothes if you don't have it in other parts of your house. But think about the laundry room. It's a magical place for extra storage. From the massive potential in your garage to the hidden nooks in your hallway closets and your laundry room, Genius storage hacks are more about seeing your space a little bit differently. If any of these have helped you with your storage, let me know in the comments section. Around here, we say mock it up or mess it up. We'll see you next time.